truck is here. We gotta move now. Where the hell is everybody? Oh my God, we're not even done with the floor. Where is the rebar? This cannot be happening. Move it, faster, faster. The sun is gonna dry this up. We cannot afford to lose this floor. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Help the bloody man for God's sake. What's wrong with the truck? Why did the concrete stop moving? Oh no, he dropped his waving. There's no time. Leave it. What is that? Fix it now. The ground is drier than my chicken casserole. It's concrete, not cake. Quit cutting it like that. My God, you're making a bloody mess. It looks like a Taco Bell restroom. For God's sake. Oh my God. As usual, I'm stuck here doing this by myself because no one knows how to do a proper flow. Take your tools and get off my job site now.
My name is Jacob Jordan.
Ruben.
Alvizia. With Alvizia?
Yeah.
Okay. I see we got some wood forms being framed out.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of this?
Okay, well, the purpose is to get a wheelchair into the building. So this was like an afterthought, to go around the palm trees and all that. So that's what you see. You see the sidewalk leading the wheelchair going around to the pool.
When you put the rebar, does it have some kind of elevation from the dirt so it doesn't touch the dirt?
Yeah, you see those little dobies?
Okay.
The little concrete blocks?
Okay.
You put that underneath and it puts it in the center.
Okay. Do you call them dobies or chairs, or it's the same
chairs,
thing?
dobies. These
Okay.
you guys normally call them dobies. You could call them chairs.
Does this require any of these lines? What are those, expansion joints? Or?
Yeah, those are joints. It does require them, especially on the corners, and that's where it's vulnerable to crack.
Okay.
It's got to be ADA.
And the ADA is disability?
Yes.
What they're...
Correct. The handicap.
Are you guys going to wheelbarrow or just...
No, we have a concrete pump. The pump's on the other side. We have our own pump, yeah.
Gotcha.
The truck dumps it into the pump, and then the pump, then we pull the hose, and then it just pumps out.
Okay.
We headed over to where they are actually going to pour the concrete countertops. And because it was 104 degrees, we put up some shade to give us a slightly longer dry time. If it still starts drying too quickly, you can sprinkle it with water to help it. This is Topcast. And for those who had no idea what it was like me, all you need to know is it's an aggregate that you spray on wet concrete right before it dries, and then you come back the next day and spray it off with water, which reveals a nice stone looking finish. If you're paying attention to the cracks, you'll notice something inside them. This is expansion joint foam, which is used to separate big pores. After everything is done, you come back and simply remove the top piece, and then fill in that crack with silicone designed for concrete. You should see expansion foam, particularly around the pool, as those pores aren't done at the same time. After I was educated on Topcast and expansion foam, I was shown some countertop forms where concrete was to be poured to create a nice, durable outside counter for grilling.
So apparently, you can just use some PAM and you spray these forms, and that'll keep the concrete from sticking to it, and it'll be easy to come off. So let's
Oh, so you can just pull the beams out.
yeah. Should I
Give it
spray
a
it?
little taste test.
No,
All
I'm
these
not
tiny
gonna.
materials.
Maybe I will.
Don't do that.
Tastes like oil, because it is.
It is.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Is it vegetable oil?
Yeah, it's canola oil.
Okay.
No, canola.
Oh.
So, even worse.
Even worse.
I'm gonna get clogged arteries.
As I was finishing my final touches spraying the PAM, coincidentally, the cement truck showed up and we didn't waste any time pouring.
Smooth, there you go. Lift up the front a little bit.
Lift up the front like this?
Yeah, like that. There you go.
If I'm going too slow, kick me out of the way so it doesn't mess up.
The trick is to shake whatever trowel you're using to remove any hidden air gaps hidden underneath the surface. Then simply continue using the trowel to smooth it out. The reason we are stabbing the cement right here is actually to push it underneath the wood. Let the concrete dry a little, then come back and do it again and repeat that process over and over until you have the result you want. And if they need to extend the dry times, they just add water.
To fill in these holes, you just scoop up some extra concrete and just dump it in, shake it in, and then you can smooth it out. So I'm going to get a little bit more to fill in these other cracks.
Woo! Look at that beauty. It's always nice when you're working on something and you start to see the picture reveal itself to you. This is actually the base for a light post. Spoiler alert, the end result looks insanely different than what you see here. It's crazy how people can turn what essentially is rocks and mud into seamless art. Now it's time for the walkway pour. These don't have to be as smooth as the countertops, so they'll actually go a lot faster even though they're bigger pours. I don't know if this is standard practice, but either way, it is nice of them to clean the cement truck's parts for him. And here I am again doing the initial shake and smooth, then the other guys will come behind me and use the bigger trowel and finish it off with the broom. You know, there's something always very relaxing about working with your hands and building something. I'm sure it has something to do with the nature of man to create things, since the natural power to create people is held by the woman. So right here where the new concrete touches the old, it started to dry very quickly, and that's because the dry side would literally pull the moisture out of the wet side. Now it's going to be time for some edging. But first, Ruben is explaining to me the different types of trowels and when in the drying process to use each one. Oh yeah, look at how perfect and smooth that is. Not too shabby for a first time, right? Ah, damn it. Oh well. I'll just give it another pass. These are expansion joints, and they are strategically placed around the slabs to prevent cracking. Look at that. See, what'd I tell you? You can hardly tell this was the same light post from before. The reason he is not simply sinking into the concrete is because although the cement is a little wet, it has dried enough to no longer allow for them to simply fall through it. The kneeboard sliders he is wearing increases his surface area and displaces his weight, which helps save his knees from developing issues, as well as increasing his efficiency to work by allowing him to skate across the floor without having to lift his body. Ooh, baby, look at those lines. So the cement counter has dried enough to allow the side forms to start being removed. Although we can't take off the bottom ones yet because we might lose the whole counter if we do. Right here he is creating a gap to help start the removal process of the rest of the forms. And here I am, the doofus, dual wielding the trowels like I'm some kind of Ninja Turtle or something. Special thanks to Alvizia Corporation for letting me film this process. They allowed me to film a playground build and a few other landscaping videos as well, so stay tuned for that. If you need any work done in Southern California, give them a call. I'm happy with how it went and how it turned out, so I'll leave you with a classic montage of it. Enjoy.